Hey, Spikers, my argument with Lines. It's me, Spikers over there. Coming to a video. In this video, I'm making my submission movements Popcross Community Redraw. We had a choice of 5 characters. One was Champagne McGregor himself. One was Dr. Universe. The other 2 were Crash and Burn, and the 5th one, those were 4 humans. The 5th one was a dinosaur. I'm the Sci-Fi's pet. So, yeah, I decided to go with the Sci-Fi's pet because I wanted to work with a dinosaur, and it's one I never used before. And I'm not very good with drawing humans, as you can tell. Personally, I believe I've gotten better, but yeah, the dinosaur idea just stuck with me, so that's what I used and did. So without further ado, let's roll into it, let's get this video, and let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Okay, overall, my submission did take a little while. So, and was a little procrastinating, not submitting it. But overall, it didn't take me too long to write down the submission. And the submission details basically how I think Champagne McGregor made this dino. And yes, I used different parts. And I know that the tail could be counted as its own superpower, but that's a biological mutation. For a superpower, I count as more of a emitter type power than anything else, but let's just get on to the description of what I got for him. I named the dino Victor, the Sci-Fi's dinosaur pet. That's the name of this file I had under. Champagne McGregor was overworked by the higher ups when he was told to make a hybrid dinosaur. He had just spent multiple hours working on larger dinosaurs, so the higher-ups allowed him to make a smaller dinosaur. He was given 4 to 5 days to make said dinosaur. He could use any dino DNA he wanted. So he took a Pachycephalosaurus, like dome-headed dinosaurs, Ankylosaurus, Stegosaurus, and Raptor DNA. After he took the DNA and spliced it, he made a few mistakes because he only has a few days and he's been working with DNA of much larger dinosaurs. And not to mention, he was only changing skin pigmentations and colors and maybe adding a few details in here and there. A few mutations happened, three of which were weird. One of which was higher intelligence that was equal to that of a 20-year-old college graduate. So, yeah, was pretty intelligent for something like it. The other 2 were much weirder. The next one, located near the end of the tail, was a rotating cuff. You know, like the part of your shoulder allows you to spin your arm around in circles. That allowed the last bit of the tail to actually spin. In both design note-wise, I more or less realized I made this sideways, so I decided to put that there. The third one was by far the weirdest. The dino had the ability to breathe ice. By he I mean Champagne, named the dinosaur Victor, and due to the higher intelligence, Victor learned sign language pretty quickly. After McGregor left down across park, he later came back and took Victor with him. And after Zeph realized how intelligent Victor was, he made a headband that allowed him to speak verbally. His first words were, "My name is Victor, and if you harm Champagne McGregor, I will kill you. Because, you know, McGregor was particularly the parent for Victor. Other notes, the headband is grafted to his head, which is not just his head, but actually it's also grafted to his skull. So, with a wireless chip in his brain that sends thoughts to the thoughts or signals to his brain, so he can actually, well, by signals I mean like it allows him, it sends signals to the headband for him to speak. Zeph made the headband pretty nearly unbreakable due to the Pancosaurus dome head. Victor is a male, and Victor is an omnivore that has a diet that is 3/4 vegetarian, 1/4 carnivore. Due to him being 3 parts, not 3, it was, yeah, the DNA of 3 different vegetarian dinosaurs and 1 carnivore, for I know. And trust me, yes, I know that raptors are actually feathered creatures, but I realized, I thought, due to Victor being made more scaly dinosaurs, he never really grew any feathers, maybe in earlier years, but all of them shed off. Well, let's get to the other pose. The submission details also said we'd have 2 poses, so for a second one, I realized it was going to be pretty difficult, especially for what I had in mind was something a little interesting. I wanted to make it like Victor was leaping up into the air and was coming down for a slam tail attack. I realized I should have made it sideways now, not look like he's falling down his back. But yes, he does actually look like that. Design notes for the overall drawing. I took the Spinosaurus parts and rolled with it by adding the Spinosaurus bits onto the along the back of the Ankylosaurus shell. Also, I gave him like raptor details. And if you look closely, you can actually tell that the head and the rest of the body is actually 2 different shades of a dirty blonde-like brown. It was just the parts I got off of the dinosaurs. I know I gave him red eyes. That's because of one dinosaur I used. The tail, I mixed it up with the raptor tail and the Ankylosaurus for those 2 humps, and the Stegosaurus for those 2 4 spikes, 2 on each side. And I think it turned out pretty well. The legs is what got me on this one. It really got on my nerves because for the life of me I couldn't really get the legs down correctly. But overall, this thing looks pretty well done. The head also gave me a hard time, because if you saw in the earlier stages in the background when I was tracing for the line art, it literally became the bane of my existence due to the fact that I was having to figure out where the head was going to be. Originally, I wanted the head to be farther, like right where that one arm is. That arm looks beefier than the one that you can actually see fully. I wanted it to be closer to that one. I wanted it to be right where that head was, but I couldn't really get it there. So, yeah, I had to put the head further down. The reason why I didn't do a background was because, well, this isn't going to any universe I've actually made or planning on making. I might work with dinosaurs more in the future, If I do, I think I'm gonna recycle Colonel Stracco's old voice or not. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be changing Colonel Stracker's voice due to an incident he has. But that's from him. The line art for the first one, for the first drawing, took me around, if I remember correctly, 16 minutes. And, well, in total, the first one took me around 26 minutes in total, so like 10 minutes for the coloring. And in the first one, you could actually see at the finished product that he actually is breathing a little cloud of ice, like snow. But in the second picture, you can actually see him breathing like a little cloud of mist that turns into ice shards. I'm thinking that the air has solidified, creating it. And I know the audio is ahead. It's because of the fact that, well, I'm recording this after I finished everything else. It's because the drawings usually take a good chunk of time. For the second one, the amount of time it took me for the full one was around 30 minutes. The overall difficulty of this one was pretty difficult, namely for all the details. I do plan on working in more details into my drawings, especially my dragon ones. I really need to start making those more detailed. So this is just this one. I just wanted to make some for this month's submission because, well, I do have fun drawing. So why not actually use it? And took me around 20 or so minutes for the actual line on the second one. So yeah, that's all for today. Notes and all. Before I let y'all go today, I do want to say that one thing, my submission will already be out before this video comes out. So yeah, there's that. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time I got for today's video. Until next time, subscribe today to join the Popcross Community or Deal My Science. Goodbye and peace out, everyone.